Hello, beautiful humans. I am Tayel, and I am so excited to share with you today, fresh on the heels of the most spectacular liver flush that ever I have done. Very exciting moment for me right now. Today was my liver flush number 9. And, I've been at this journey, I guess, about 9 months now. I've been doing flushes once a month. But this was a breaking point. This is a whole new reality today, and I am super excited for what I've just seen come out of me, for how my body is feeling, and I just want to share a little bit about that process. I have been liver flushing for a while. I have had some very good results. I've also had a couple flushes with not a whole lot coming out, and this particular time it was about 2 months since my last flush. I have been doing them monthly, but this time it was about 2 months. And I just want to share a little bit about what that looked like leading up to it for me. It's been a really strong time for me these last few weeks. There are a lot of really big changes happening in my life, and I just want to speak to that because this is for me such a huge part of why I'm interested in this liver flush process. I, in general, am deeply committed to my growth and transformation as a being, and that is a practice that incorporates many different paths, many different practices: physical, mental, emotional, interpersonal, social, and they all weave into each other. And I knew this liver flush was coming. I knew it was due. Like I said, it was a bit longer between flushes than I have gone in the past. And it's been a super intense past few months. So my past results have shown me that what I might pass or what I'm capable of moving after a strong time is going to be somewhat reflective, possibly, of what I've been going through recently. And also, opening doors for what could be possible in the next chapter to continue moving forward with my healing. So it's been a strong time. So I definitely know that there could be a good potential to move some things. I have been doing a tremendous amount of personal work, emotional work, and it would only make sense to me that my body would be ready to release and move some significant energies. So as it was yesterday, getting ready for the flush, I had a tremendous amount of resistance come up. I'm recognizing, seeing in myself patterns of turning to food for comfort. I think it's normal. It's not to say that it's a bad thing. I'm a big fan of, hey, I'm stressed out, I'm just gonna eat some comfort food. It's the reality and it works. And I certainly don't plan to abandon that practice entirely, but it really came up strongly for me yesterday as I was getting ready for the flush. I ate lightly in the morning and I stopped eating around 1. And I was having a really stressful day. I was feeling a lot of emotions. I was feeling blocked. I was feeling stuck. I was feeling trapped. I was feeling hopeless. I was feeling depressed. I was feeling really discouraged. And this is, there's been some big things happening in my life, like I said. So, these emotions were all a part of what's been moving for me. But basically, I was extremely tempted in the afternoon to just give it up. I was like, oh, really? Like, today I feel awful. Like, I just want to eat something. I'll feel better if I eat something. Like, what do I need to do a liver flush anyway? Who really cares? Like, whatever, I can do it another time. But I knew I had done the prep. I had drank my tart cherry juice. I knew I was ready to go. And I knew that I needed it. I knew that it was coming due. I knew it was a good time in my schedule to fit it in. So I just pushed through. I was like, you know what? Just do it. Just get it over with. And then you can eat tomorrow. Then you can, just relax and enjoy your weekend. So, I was going about like that, but really I just want to emphasize that I was feeling a lot of challenge yesterday. And then at some point I was hearing these thoughts go through my head like, oh, I feel so stuck. I feel so trapped. I have to do something. I have to get out of here. I have to I need to change something. I need to move something. And I even got to the point where I was just like, this is hopeless. Like, I should just give up. Like, basically, thinking of this certain situation in my life, like, there's no way out. I should just give up. And then I kind of thought, wait a second. I noticed the patterns of those thoughts going through my mind. And I was like, who feels stuck? Who feels trapped? Like, who wants to give up? And whether that's, sometimes like, I've had the experience that parasites on their way out might feel that way. But I also am a big believer that there's energetic parts of ourselves that may not even necessarily be parts of ourselves, energies, let's just say, that we hang on to, that hang on to us. And sometimes when their time is up, they make a big fuss. And I just noticed, like, wait a second, stuck, trapped, blocked, like, these all seem liver related. I also noticed, like, I felt really angry. Lots of anger, frustrated anger, old anger coming up. And this is all, I should say, before I even drank my Epsom salt. So it seems to me like there was some part of me that knew this flush was coming. I mean, of course, I knew this flush was coming. So, it's all my consciousness. But whether it's the prep, just the body is getting ready for this process, but definitely things were coming up, and I really almost quit. I really almost didn't do it. Like, even right up until like I drank my first Epsom salt, like 5 minutes before, I was like, am I really doing this? Am I really gonna do this? And I just did it. I just drink it. I drank it. And this is the best flush I've ever had. I got an absolutely massive number of stones out. But even first thing this morning, I woke up and I do some really simple like Qigong every morning. And today, as I did my Qigong, I'm familiar with how my body feels. I've been doing this, I've done the same series of movements every day for, at least the last 10 days running. So I know how my body's been feeling. I know how it felt yesterday. And this morning, after the very first hours upon waking after the flush, I noticed more mobility in my body. Now, I will say I woke up and I had significant pain in my shoulders. So that's an area that's been giving me trouble. And I figured that was probably from the flush. Sometimes as things move out, the pain can get worse. So I did feel significant shoulder pain upon waking. But when I did the Qigong, I noticed this fluidity just throughout my body. Like, the shoulders still hurt, but something about just the movement of my body felt easier, felt more free. And I was like, ooh, this is exciting, because I really hadn't even started to pass stones. And then I started to pass stones, and wow, this is the mother load. I'll see if I can post some pictures of those below. I've had lots of flushes at this point. This is my 9th flush. I'm a little bit, I'm like, whatever, I don't need to save all my stones. If they look pretty good, I'll take a picture. But first thing this morning, I noticed first a really large number of extremely small stones. So I just thought, I'm not going to save those. So I flushed at least 4 toilet bowls of stones today. Every time I didn't think that there was any reason to save them, but I will say these last ones that came out, I saved them, and wow, they're huge. This is coming out of my body. This material is now free from my liver. My liver is free from this material. I am really excited, and I just want to share this with you all, just to share what is possible through this process, and to recognize that it's a multidimensional process. It's not just liver flushing. It's that all the other work we do, the emotional work, the spiritual work, the personal work, that when we do that work and then we do a physical flush like the liver flush, our body meets us. Our body can then receive that invitation to release in corresponding magnitude to all of the emotional and energetic work that we've been doing. So I am thrilled. For me, this is a huge validation, corroboration of all the other work that I've been doing in the past few weeks, and I'm really excited to see what's possible for me at this time. Again, 9 flushes in, and I really feel like I'm just now really breaking into it. So I feel thrilled to continue down this path. I feel super enthusiastic, how I feel in my body, how I feel in my mind, especially knowing how terrible I felt yesterday and that I almost quit. It's not always easy to be on the path of healing, and I am really grateful for moments like this that remind me that this work really does pay off. So just sending solidarity to all of you out there on your own journeys, and encouraging all of those of you who are considering taking this journey to start now, because it's months down the road that we really can start to see the results. I am so thrilled. 9 flushes in. It takes time, and the time does give yield. So just sending that extra encouragement to any of you out there thinking of beginning this journey, do it. And if you've already begun, stick with it. I am so excited to continue to share with all of you my progress and your progress, and to see what together we can accomplish in this beautiful world as more healed beings. Thank you all so much, and wishing you a beautiful day.